What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Georgia Bassmaster channel. Anyways, we are back out here at the Tiny Boat Nation Southeast Outdoors shop. Got the boat back in here. This is part 4 of the video series. It's going to be one of my favorite parts because today we should be officially done with all the aluminum, have all the lids in, and then we're going to be ready for the foam. So if you didn't see last video, we basically stripped out this back end right here. We got the live well in, we got the lids. We just haven't riveted everything in yet. But if you guys don't know anything about Tiny Boat Nation Outdoors shop, they got everything from these nice boat motors to lids to aluminum to foot trays to foam to motors, everything you need. So you can use the code Georgia, save 5% at checkout if you order anything from their website. And yeah, without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. This video, let's get to it.
2 cup holders and 2 tool holders inside your recess tray. We need to figure out. So later on down the road, are you going to want like a bridging graph mount, or would you rather your graphs and stuff be mounted up on your bow plate?
I would probably rather have one of them nice graph mounts.
The bridges, right?
I mean, the old seat mount was right here.
That is a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that seat was right here, and the trolling motor, normally your foot.
That's a good point.
So I don't know, like, technically it was already ran like I'm talking about.
Right. If we do it something like this.
So even if we do that, and I put the mount right here, it'd still be further back than what it was.
So you're 15 inches from there.
When we get back to the round, all right, so we're gonna have to begin the process of sanding it down, all the welds over here. That way we can put the lids and everything flat against them so there's no welds or anything. We're gonna sand it all down, put the lids on, rivet the lids, and then we're gonna cut the aluminum to fit around the lids. Ryan's up front now. We're framing for the recessed foot tray, and we're also framing for where my seat's gonna go. So we're gonna go ahead and start welding all that up, get you a little time lapse of that.
There. Now we can do your rod locker, and then we can bring your framing across for that hatch just to drop into.
Let's do it. I need to cut that hole out more.
You know what I'm saying? Like if this cross brace goes across.
I think that's fine.
Right there.
Because we're going to extend it to here and then just mount it straight to there.
All right, measure you 9 feet from here.
Hand me that tape measure. Put it right here.
Okay, so that would be your rod locker. I always put a foot extra, like for getting them in and out easier, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that then.
I mean, my Alabama rig rods is 7'11", so.
That's about the biggest you're gonna have is like 8-footers, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna have anything bigger than that.
Any bigger than that, you're gonna just have to strap to the back.
Yeah. All right, so a little update. We got a lot of things going on. If you can see the yellow color right there's a bunch of old glue that was still inside the boat. We're having to sand all that out to just bare aluminum to put everything on in the future. The back is ground down real nice and flat, so we'll be able to attach the lids and the aluminum real good and flat. We pretty much have the front done for the recessed foot tray and for my seat. The next thing we're going to do is be extending this thing out another like 30 inches to about right here. I'm going to have another lid right here, and then on that side we're going to have my rod locker that we have to put in. So we're going to go ahead and do those framing for those, for the rod locker, for the lid. Then we're going to get to sanding, and we're going to be able to put some lids in today. I'm pretty excited. Let's get to it.
Okay, he's gonna do it that way. That's fine.
These lids are square. So this is gonna sit right in here. Alright, I'm gonna lift this up. There she is.
Alrighty, so next update, here's going to be where this tray is sitting. This is where my seat's going to be. We got the recessed foot tray. It's already ready to get put on. It's just not on there right now. So we got my big lid right here. This is where all my tackle's going to go. And then this right here is where the rod locker is going to be. And this is going to run all the way to the front of the boat. And we have like 11 foot or 10.5 foot of room. So plenty enough size for the biggest rod I want to carry on my boat in that rod locker. So it's coming along. We're going to go ahead and put this, start welding this thing up. Uh, 12.5. All right, so we're like 99% of the way all aluminum frame. We're just going to put these live weld pieces in. That way we can rivet the lid on there. We're pretty much done. Then we're going to grind everything flat, put the lids in. I'm excited. We're making some progress. Drop it down in the comments below what you think the boat name should be. We're going to make some. Alrighty, we officially have pretty much all the framing. If you can see all those extra little struts that we put all throughout here. This is going to be my catwalk. That's going to be my rod locker. Got everything pretty much done for the top. So what we have to do now is we have to run the bracing, the vertical bracing. That way you can walk on it and everything. So we're going to go ahead and get some angled aluminum. I'm going to put it on the bottom, then run the struts up from the vertical. But we're going to put the vertical struts up next, then we'll be able to walk all over it. Everything is ground down, nice flat, smooth surface, no welds or anything. So we'll be able to drop and rivet all the lids in today, and we should be able to cut out all the aluminum. So the front and the back half of this entire boat should be completely decked today. That's the plan. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get some measurements, get over here on the saw, and we're going to get to cutting. Let's get to it.
This will recess all your like all your switches and stuff, so it won't be hanging out for your leg to hit them and break them or whatever.
So you cut them into that?
Right, so we'll run the framing here, and we'll cut all your stuff into this, and then we'll take this, and it'll just recess straight into here. We gotta figure out where you want this. Just throw it.
All right, so here behind me, we basically have today's finished product. Walk around and give you guys a view. So right here we have the recessed foot tray. I got 2 cup holders, plier holders, all that good stuff. Gonna end up putting a graph mount over here as well. Right here we have the giant compartment that all my bait's gonna go in. We have the rod locker, and the rods are gonna be running up all the way along this side. Have the live well. Back here's where the batteries are going. So these are pretty much all the lids we're gonna have. And then right here is where my electronics is gonna go right there. So we're gonna have all my switches for all my live wells, lights, LED lights, all that good stuff in that recess panel right there. But the boat's starting to come along. It's got some shape to it. Pretty much next time we come out here, we're gonna run all the electrical, finish all the plumbing, and maybe start putting this aluminum on top, and then we'll be ready for foam. So we're getting really close to being done with this thing. If you guys enjoy the boat series, let me know in the comments down below. I need a name for this boat. So the boat's gonna be black and neon green, pretty similar to this MACH color right here. So that's gonna be the color scheme of the boat. Gonna have it wrapped, put my name on it. Inside the boat's gonna be like a neon greenish camo. So we need a boat for this 17-foot Georgia Bassmaster tracker over here. So let me know what you guys say in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to Ryan's channel. Go visit Tiny Boat Nation Southwards, Tiny Boat Nation Southeast. I'll link everything down in the description below. Remember, you can use code Georgia and save 5% on their website on anything. Any of this aluminum framing, aluminum decking, lids, motors, the whole 9 yards. So that'll be all for today's video. See you guys on the next one. Peace.